Hello folks, welcome to OTD, also known as On The Deck, where you can get all the sports you need in 10 minutes. My name is Adam Orduna, this is my mom Gina.
He is the journalist.
She's the enthusiast.
I'm enthusiastic to talk about at least 2 of these topics for real.
Right, well we're going to give you the week in sports news update today as it's Tuesday, and kind of giving you the recap of what took place from our last show, which was on Thursday to throughout the weekend to today.
There's always a lot happening on the weekend.
There is,
so there
exactly.
we go.
Well, a lot of stuff takes place Thursday through, and so we've got to give the update. Okay, so we're going to talk about Wimbledon quickly. Venus got to the championship round, which we're really happy for that. She's been going through so much off the court, you know, I guess court in both ways.
Right.
Court as a judge and jury, and court, tennis court. But you know, with all the stuff that took place with that car wreck and all the stuff that happened down there in
Which
Florida,
she was cleared of finally.
Yes, there's video evidence that
she was not in the wrong.
She was doing what she was supposed to be doing. It was just a very unfortunate situation.
It is sad, and I don't want to make light of it. It's sad someone lost their life, and she wouldn't want us to make light of it.
Sure.
But she was ultimately cleared by the video evidence.
So she had a lot going on. Her sister wasn't around either. So, you know, there's a lot of distractions for her, but she still made it to the championship round.
Yes, she
She
did.
played very well through the entire tournament. She played Muguruza, or Muguruza. It sounded like a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Again, these last names are hard to pronounce.
We weren't the only ones struggling with them, I can tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. She is a Spaniard, and the Spaniards are really good tennis players.
Her first name is Gabriela.
Yeah, exactly. She works hand in hand with Rafa Nadal, and so he's a champion in his own right in a lot of different surfaces, and so she just got the better of Venus in the championship.
She did.
And so but we're really happy for Venus, the fact that she got
Well,
there.
you know who else is happy is Wimbledon, because nobody was going to watch.
That's true.
The fact that Venus kept winning kept the ratings up, and people kept watching.
Right, because a lot of people that even aren't tennis fans for real were still watching.
Yeah, they're rooting for
Venus, and
absolutely,
you know,
we got a Williams
we're happy
in there
for her. Yeah, exactly. Well, then on the men's side, we did not get Sam Querrey. We were hoping that we were going to have an American in this year. Didn't quite happen, but we did have Roger Federer, who is
he's a beast.
He's awesome.
My goodness.
19 championships. He is the oldest man actually to win Wimbledon at 35, which it doesn't seem
not very old
really, but when you're talking about the tennis world, I guess it is. And so he was able to come away with his championship. He played Cilic, and Cilic was struggling. He had a hand blister.
He started crying halfway through the match.
I mean, it really wasn't.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with crying. If you're hurt, let it out.
I mean, he was hurt. No, he was hurt for sure. So
why are we laughing at him? I'm not laughing at him. I think I just understand.
You know, it's difficult to get that far, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, this is what's going to
But you know what he didn't do? He didn't quit. He stayed in there and got whooped.
And again,
but he could have quit.
There's nothing wrong with losing to one of the big four.
That's exactly
Djokovic, Federer, Nadal,
and Murray.
So that's okay. So
wasn't that Federer's 8th Wimbledon championship too?
Yes, exactly. So it's one of those situations where that's a Hall of Fame tennis star, and he's one of the greatest of all time. Yeah, you know, so congratulations to...
Wait a minute, don't forget the fact he didn't lose a single set. That's like sweeping in the NBA Finals.
Right.
He didn't drop one set the whole time. Federer was playing the best tennis of anybody.
Wimbledon is essentially like the classic, the El
their
Clasico,
Super Bowl of tennis.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was awesome. So congratulations to all the people that made it that far in the tournament. So we do want to talk about the NBA Summer League, because that just wrapped up actually last night. The championship round took place last night. Everyone has been talking about the Lakers, partly because of Lonzo Ball and all the antics that came with that. But in Lonzo's credit and to his defense, he has been playing very well.
He's supposed to do his job.
He's doing what he's doing.
Explain to people what the summer leagues actually are, because there's multiple actual leagues. They're all through the NBA, but what is it?
Basically, it's just, if you're a basketball player, you understand summer league. It happens from young guys, or not young guys, but just, you know, the younger
levels. You play basketball in the summer.
All the way to the top. And so there's different sections of the NBA Summer League. There's the Orlando season or whatever. It's basically the Orlando tournament. Then you have the Utah tournament, the Salt Lake City tournament, and then you've got the Vegas tournament. The Vegas tournament is held at the MGM casino, so that's cool. Then the Utah tournament is held in Salt Lake. It's generally at the Utah Jazz facilities, but they're renovating their stadium right now, so they played it at University of Utah's stadium, which is still super nice. And then the Orlando Magic, it's in Orlando. They played it at the Orlando practice facility.
Like 93 games total for the Summer League, 20 of them in Orlando. There's only 6 in Utah, but the reason Vegas gets so much attention is they have 67 games. Right. It's a big tournament.
And it's Las Vegas.
Yeah,
so
it's Vegas, right.
Tourist destination.
But these are all the NBA. All 3 of these can make up the NBA Summer League, and it runs from July 1st through the 17th.
And multiple, like you will have, like, just because you play in one doesn't mean you can't play the other. Right, you play back and forth to what you just choose whatever your organization,
whichever one you want to go to,
or whatever. Hey, we're going to this one, we'll go to that one, and so it's basically right in a row. But it is fun because you do get a chance to see a lot of the guys that played in the D League. It's now the G League. Younger guys that have been in the league maybe 1 year or 2 years, maybe 3 years. They went overseas for a year or two and then came back. This is their chance to reprove themselves. Maybe they're really good college players. And now they're drafted, and now this is their first year in an NBA uniform. So you get a chance to really see these young guys get out there and play. So it's really fun.
Well, it is. And Dallas won the Orlando tournament. The Utah Jazz won theirs. And then the Lakers won the big one in Vegas.
Right.
But you know what? Let's get into the one in Vegas because that's what everybody's talking about. So.
It's what finished up the NBA Summer League season.
And it was on ESPN the whole time.
Yes. Generally, the NBA Summer League is on the NBA Network, so they never really used to advertise it or showcase any of the games on ESPN except for a couple of the highlights if there's a crazy dunk or something. But now it's on ESPN, and you really get a chance to watch it. So that's really awesome. Again, the Lakers won it. Lonzo Ball got the MVP of the league this summer, which, again, that's great. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that, hey, he's going to have some, he's got potential. He's got a chance. He's going to have, some players around him with some of the moves that the Lakers made this year already. In this offseason, so we'll see what happens with him and the Lakers.
Well, to me, it means that he did what he was supposed to do.
Right.
Do you get a gold star for that? Not in my book. You did what you're supposed to do. You beat the players who are in front of you. Now, he can't help it that the guys he were playing with were Summer League guys. Sure. A lot of them won't make a roster.
Right.
But he did beat the guys he was supposed to. He made good passes, blah, blah. But Kyle Kuzma?
Yeah, Kuzma.
He showed out because Lonzo didn't play in the championship game.
Vanderblue as well. He was a great Marquette player, and it's the G League now, but the D League, he was the D League MVP last year. So there were some good guys around Lonzo. Yes. It wasn't like he was just out there by himself.
No, Kuzma put up 30 points last night, 10 rebounds.
It was really fun watching those guys play. Yep. Now, he did average basically a triple-double throughout the tournament.
Right, do your job.
That's what he's supposed to do. He's a facilitator. He's not so much of a scorer.
He's a number 2 overall pick. You're supposed to show out in the Summer League.
If you're drafted in the top 5 in any sport, you're supposed to be an impact player, period. And so that's what he did, and congratulations, and I hope he continues to keep up the high level of play.
I do too, and I am working to separate his father's nonsense from him, the player.
We took a ton of heat for our episode.
Oh my gosh, we did.
I still stand by it because I don't believe he handled himself the right way, but again, we're trying to separate Lonzo from LeVar. They are different people. And Lonzo.
Are we going to talk about the shoes or not?
But well, I was going to say the other big topic that came with Lonzo was the shoes. Everyone knows the big baller brand, which you call them the Sesame Street letters. I call them. I just call them weak sauce because I don't know anyone that's really trying to.
You know who's not trying to wear them? Lonzo Ball's not trying to wear them.
Exactly. I'm just sorry. It's not a brand at all. Yeah, I got my new BB. No, put that away. Okay, I'm rocking Under Armour today.
Me too.
As you. So it's hey, the shoe game is important in the NBA because that's just how it is.
Well, if you don't have the right shoes, you are not going to be effective on the basketball court.
Right.
And Lonzo has his own $495 pair of shoes that he wore for like 2 games and then was like, this ain't working.
Well, and he had one good game in them, but then it was like, I'm going to try some other. He tried every single brand. He tried the Steph Curry's. He tried the James Harden's. He wore Kobe Bryant shoes, and then he wore J's. So he wore every brand that you could possibly wear.
And for those who don't know, J's are Michael Jordan.
Exactly. So again, it's just a side story for all the antics that went along with it.
How are you going to ask people to spend $500 on shoes you're not going to wear yourself?
It's just look, I just want him to perform. I really don't even care what he's wearing.
Let's just go Lakers.
Perform.
Let's get to the season, and now we're done with that.
Again, good for the Lakers. They needed to, have a good summer.
Can I give one quick shout out?
Yeah.
Caleb Swanigan, who was at Purdue, he showed out. He played for the Blazers. They lost, but he put up 25 points and 12 rebounds. That's another guy to watch. He did his thing.
Josh Jackson from KU, De'Aaron Fox from Kentucky. There's a couple other guys, Markelle Fultz.
It's going to be a good time of young stars.
Good young rookies in this that came out of this draft coming into this year. So we're excited for that. Okay, lastly, as we wrap up the show, everyone's been tuning in to watch Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. I don't even know what you want to call it, but I just have my own little reason for why it got to be like it is. But there was a 4-city tour that was all to promote this fight coming in August, and it was just a debacle. I guess that's the way I look at it, in the lack of better words. But at the end of the day, it was unbelievable what was going on.
Have you ever been somewhere where you feel dumber for having been there?
Yes.
You feel dirty or dumb? Anybody who watched their antics
listening
felt
to a conversation, now you're like, what did I just listen to?
Why was I even in the room?
Right, exactly.
And I'll just give you the real quick short of it. McGregor and Mayweather, Mayweather, the numbers are not up for the pay-per-view, so they're trying to drum up interest. So instead of them talking about who's going to beat each other, now it's who can be the most ridiculous. McGregor went to the racist side of it. He called Rocky III, where it was Apollo Creed and Clubber Lang, 2 black fighters, a movie about dancing monkeys in the ring. He went up to Floyd's face and said, "Dance for me, boy." You don't call a black man boy. And then he told Mayweather he couldn't even read. Then Mayweather turned around, used the F word, which is a derogatory to homosexuals, used the B word, which is derogatory to women, used the H word, basically like a garden hoe, but the other kind. Like, you got a misogynist and a racist getting in the mud with each other, trying to make people pay for their pay-per-view clown show. Please don't do it. That's on. Just don't do it.
It was classless. It was not.
It's not worthy of sport. It doesn't belong in any sport.
And this is, to me, and the last thing I'm going to say here, I feel like this is the Donald Trump effect, where everyone is just going to say what they want to say to try to drive up ratings instead of just, hey, I'm going to come out there, I'm going to beat you up, and then I'm going to go home. That's what I would like to see.
The difference is when you vote for Donald Trump, that's free. These people are trying to get $100 out of people. Working class people to ruin up your cable box.
If you buy that fight,
that's on you.
Awesome. If you want to invite me, I'll do that. I'll come watch.
I'll come eat nachos.
Exactly. Well, we want to say we appreciate your time, folks. It's hot out here, so we're going to go inside, and we want to say we'll see you next time.
See you next time.